Hello, and thank you for coming back. My name's Bill Gibbons, and this is my diary. Well, for the last couple of hours, I think it is now, I've been trying to contact Waltham Forest Council to try and get this rubbish thing resolved. Initially, I wanted to get through to environmental health, but there was no environmental health option on their menu, so I contacted social care, trying to report myself as safeguarding issue. The bloke I got through to every time, I called 3 times, and every time I called 3 times because he kept hanging up on me. And the bloke had to be intimidated. I had to tell him I was recording the call and that I know how his systems work. And he gave me the, I think, fictitious name and number because it goes through to a voicemail, and I already made it clear to this chap in the adult social services that voicemail is no good because no one returns my calls. Anyway, I called back for a 4th time, got through to the child MASH team because it randomly distributes the calls, apparently. The woman there was really helpful. She understood my concerns and she couldn't understand why I was being treated the way I am. That's the difference between adult social care and the MASH team, because the MASH team actually understands people's problems. Adult social care try to not understand so they don't have to support you. Anyway, she sent a nice email because 10 minutes later I had 2 missed calls because of the private numbers. So I called back the child MASH team and told them that her colleagues were breaking the law because since 2010 reasonable adjustments have to be made, and the reasonable adjustment I've asked for is for people to call on a non-private number. It should be all over my record. It's definitely on all my emails. It's definitely there because the Deputy Chief Executive 18 months ago told me it was there on the records for various departments. And yet Waltham Forest officers, Waltham Forest councils continue after 11 years to break the law. Not only the Equality Act, but they're also infringing the Human Rights Act. And I can prove every statement I'm making in these videos, but no one wants to know. So I've called them back. They're going to send an email saying call me back on a non-private number. Let's see no one call me back. They only call back on private numbers because they don't want to talk to me. As soon as they're told to call back on a private number, they just don't call back. Anyway, I've got my turntable. That turned up. And it's a lovely turntable. This is the weird thing. This turntable is 40 years old. 41 maybe. And all I've done is replace the belt with the one that came off the TIAC, and the stylus, because it's a proper AT stylus, Audio Technica stylus, and I'm not sure what the other one is. Hold on, because it's got a stylus holder as well. Let's see what it mentions. That's an Hitachi stylus, so I'm not sure how good they were. They were probably made by Audio Technica company anyway, but it's an Hitachi stylus. But I've put the Audio Technica one on, and the belt that came off my old turntable, and the speed, oh my god, 45 RPM is exactly 45 RPM, 33 RPM is exactly 33 RPM, don't need to adjust it. Tracking is perfect, the anti-skate is perfect, I've tested all that. And you can raise and lower the needle and it goes back on the same spot. All it's missing is a preamp, so I've ordered one of those. That should be here tomorrow, and then I'll have a decent record player, turntable, but record player is what I call, because it plays records. It doesn't turn a table. Yes, it does turn a table, but what does it do? You don't call a car a means of transport, you call it a car. Anyway, so that's that. But that just means I've got even more boxes to get rid of. So I don't know what's going to go on about this rubbish. Like I've said a couple of times now this afternoon to the MASH team, it's not about me. I want written agreement from Waltham Forest Council that people temporarily disabled will have their waste removed on a regular basis. They have an obligation to remove domestic waste. Just because you're disabled or you're housebound. Because the first thing they say is, have you got a carer? No. Have you got friends or family? No. They're just trying to forward the obligation. The obligation is with the council, not with your friends, not with your family. They're not obliged to remove your waste. The council are. So it's back with the council now, again. I haven't had a chance to go through Ian Duncan Smith's complaints, but I do need to do that. I do need to try and focus tomorrow and do this. And it is so tiring. This is what people that haven't gone through this don't realise. It is absolutely tiring telling people the same bloody thing for 12 bloody months. That scene from Die Hard where Al asks John McClane how he's feeling, and John on the walkie-talkie says, I'm feeling really fucking unappreciated, Al. That keeps going through my mind. So fucking unappreciated. But there we are. Such is life. Mental health -5, as goes without saying. Nothing else really happening today. I've sorted out, I've done the transitions and the end cards and all that and the sound, and it should be working correctly now. I've even changed the date on screen so that it all lines up a bit better now, so you can see what year it is. Now the big target for the next few days is to transfer all that over to my other 2 channels, which shouldn't be difficult. Famous last words. Anyway, what's that? 7-8 minutes nearly. I'm going to love you and leave you because I've got a chicken casserole cooking on the hob and I just want to give it another stir. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the bits that those graphics asked you to do. And I shall speak to you again tomorrow.